Celebrity, true or false?
You can't handle the truth.
There we go. Celebrity, true or false with Ray Romano. First up, true or false, you originally planned to become an accountant. Is that true or false?
I took accounting in college, and my mother would tell everybody that I'm going to be an accountant, but I don't know that. Numbers. I was good with numbers.
You were good with numbers.
Yeah.
Even to this day, you're good with the numbers.
Pretty good with numbers, and I know every capital of every country.
You do?
Yes. I'm not smart, though. You have to know one thing. I'm the dumbest guy in the world who knows the capital of every country.
So if we created something right now,
yes,
on the spot,
I'm pretty sure.
Chris?
I'm a little rusty, but I'm pretty sure.
Chris, can we pop up a few questions for the use the internets, the Googles?
If I get 4 out of 5, we're good, right?
Sure, 4 out of 5 or 2. How about 2 out of 3 ain't bad? We'll do the whole meatloaf. Okay. Chris, you got a couple for Ray Romano?
Yeah, let's just start right off the bat. Austria
is Vienna. That's an easy one.
Easy one. We're just easing you into it.
Okay.
Belarus.
Minsk.
That's correct. Yeah. Bulgaria.
Sofia.
Okay. Either way.
Correct.
3 for 3.
Congo.
Which one? The Democratic Republic of the Congo?
Wow.
Yeah.
Next level.
Yeah.
Chris?
I'll take either.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo is this. Okay, give me a minute. Is it Kinshasa?
Correct. Wow.
Again, I'm the dumbest guy who knows this.
No, that's not true. We can't say that. You can't say that. You want to go for a fifth one?
This is what I did during COVID. I just memorized capitals.
Well, let's see.
I did it so I wanted to prove myself that I wasn't going to get Alzheimer's.
I'm going way down the list.
You're going deep down the list. Okay, what do you got? Last one.
Liechtenstein.
Oh.
Is Liechtenstein. He tried to trick me on that one.
There you go. Ray Romano.
But I did it. I actually did it because I wanted to prove I still have. I'm not going to get Alzheimer's, and my doctor said it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means you don't have it now. That's what it means.
And you can also do your own taxes. All right. Next up, true or false? Ray Romano, you made the initial cast of News Radio, but when the show got picked up, you were replaced by Joe Rogan, and therefore you were free the next year to create a show called Everybody Loves Raymond. Yes, true or false?
Mostly true.
Okay.
I was fired on day 2 of rehearsal. I did get the role. I was cast in News Radio.
Uh-huh.
And
what happened?
I was young, and I had a great audition for the guy. He saw me do stand-up, and he called me in for an audition. And it just clicked, and it went off. But every step after, I could feel a little bit like it was in over my head. And they still cast me. I had to go out to LA. I was living in New York. Mm-hmm. I went to LA, and I was going to make $8,000 an episode. And my wife and I I had 3 little kids at the time, and we had day 1 of rehearsal, and we knew the show was getting picked up because it was Phil Hartman, Andy Dick, Laura Tierney. And on day 2, at 6:30 in the morning, the phone rang in my hotel room, and it was my manager. And as soon as my manager said, "Hey, Ray," I knew. I knew it in my gut. And they were going. They actually said it. They're going in a different direction. And and they brought in Joe Rogan. Yeah.
But
about 4 or 5 months later, I did my Letterman spot. And like I said before, that Letterman spot led to Everybody Loves Raymond.
So they Letterman's company or Letterman himself?
Letterman, they were, Letterman occasionally would sign a comic to a holding deal, to try to develop a show for them. I think she did it with Bonnie Hunt. She was trying to develop a show for, they called me after my Letterman spot. This is my first one. On Saturday, I was in Queens, living in Queens. My wife got a phone call, and she told me it's the producer, Rob Burnett from Letterman, on Saturday afternoon. And he just told me Dave liked what he saw. They were thinking about a development deal for you. Just know that we're talking about it, so don't sign with anybody else. And I told him, there's nobody else, man. There's nobody else.
You're free.
Yeah. And that turned into Everybody Loves Raymond. They produce the show. They set me up with writers. I've met Phil Rosenthal.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and it worked out. We got on the air and we stayed on the air. Yeah.
So then that leads to the next one. True or false? You hated the title "Everybody Loves Raymond" so much that they made a deal with you at CBS that if it was a top 10 show, they would change the name. The show cracked the top 10. You went in saying, now it's time to change the name of the show. Like, we can't because it's a top 10 show.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
What did you hate about the title? What do you like Everybody
come
Loves
on.
Raymond?
I mean, you're a neurotic, insecure comedian. To have everybody love, it's going to be ridiculed. They're going to do a play on. They still, to this day, if something doesn't go well, it's, well, not everybody loves Raymond, It's just hard. And my manager was like, you got to have your name in the title, though. It's got to be, Seinfeld, Drew Carey. You got to have your name. And so I came up with alternates. I go, here's what it was. Yeah. Everybody Loves Raymond was a sarcastic comment that my brother was a New York City police officer.
Yes.
And at the time, one day he said, I go to work, people shoot at me. Raymond goes to work, and everybody loves Raymond. That's a true quote from my brother. So when in writing the script with Phil Rosenthal, I told him that story. He said, well, we got to put that in. And not only that, but let's make it the title. And I said, no. He goes, it's a working title. We'll change it. Yeah. And then that happened. So then I came up with, my manager still has a little piece of paper with all the alternates I put in, but some of them are absurd.
You got some of them? What
it was, because you have to keep Raymond in the title. So it was That Raymond Guy. Mm-hmm. And one of them was Raymond. Raymond.
Raymond.
Yes. Anyway, the CBS took, I gave them this list, and they said, we'll test it. And they test, like they do everything. They test it. Yeah. They put it in front of an audience. And they said, Everybody Loves Raymond tested better. And I was like, that's why we shouldn't do it. We should go the other way.
Right.
But then he made that. I said, listen, it's going to be a top 10 show. I was kind of just goofing around. This is going to be top 10. I'm going to have to live with that. And he said, if it's top 10, you can change it to whatever you want. And when it was top 10, that's exactly what he said. Well, we can't change it now. You're in.
Raymond.
Raymond.
Would not have had the same ring to it.
Raymond's Tree, like family tree. Oh, they were horrible.
Tree.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything. Yeah.
Well, it kind of worked out.
Yeah. I'm not. I guess I am complaining, but I'm not complaining. Yeah.
All right, last one for you. True or false? It took 45 minutes every day to create your Brian Grazer-inspired hairdo on Get Shorty. What we see on the screen right there. That took 45 minutes every day for you?
I don't know if it took that long.
Okay.
It definitely took longer than to wash it out. But yeah, that was.
So that's your hair. That's it. Like they would just put all sorts of stuff in it.
Inspired by Mr. Grazer. Yeah. I would have to keep, whenever I saw him, I would have to tell him, I'm just doing the hair. It's not you. The character I play is not you, because the character was, I don't think he was flattered by that character.
Well, that's also, Elmore Leonard, so it's not,
yes.
As a heck, that was a fun show, man.
Thank you.
That was great. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.